And this stuff is a lot deeper than what you may know. Like when I go to these college campuses, we're talking about the preventative nature of mental health issues is getting these motherfuckers a class and saying, hey, motherfucker, you can be something else besides a football player.
Yeah.
But that directly contradicts what they're preaching to the kid.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And
you say that in front of the coaching and everybody.
Yeah,
let them know, hey, you're not about to push this kid through.
Let me tell you like this. This is what I tell him, Corey. You're the head coach of – I told Les Miles. I'll give you a great example.
Which is a big dog.
Yeah, so I told Les Miles, would you put your kids in these classes? You know what I'm saying? And the answer
and what did he say?
The silence.
I'm sure.
Look at Les Miles' salary and look at the business of college football. I mean, it.
Yeah, but then we're talking about okay. Let's talk about pieces of shit. There's a lot.
They're fucking these kids in the ass.
So, brother, listen to me. I could have hooked up with a notable speaker and went on tour to go grab some money,
right.
But I just didn't. I don't believe in him. Believe in it. Don't vibe with that program, so I can't do it morally. And I don't give a fuck how much money I can get from something or anything. Totally. I'm just cool with it, just morally, right? So it comes to a point, right? You got motherfuckers out here, like, just think about this, right? So I can get up, I can go to your house, I can go sit down with your mother, your father, your whole family. I can tell them, hey, let me put this narrative in place that I'm going to take care of John. John's going to come to campus A, right? And I'm going to take care of him. I'm about to build John the rest of his life. And now, mind you, John may have kids, a wife. He'll be a community member now. They're going to these communities, right? Doesn't matter, black, white, whatever. You're just telling a human being that I'll take care of you. But in the back of your mind, the whole program is a sham. And I say sham for 99% of these guys because the courses that are offered during your available times that you're allowed to go to class are all bullshit courses. Right?
It's just set up that way.
It's set up this way, so it's engineered.
So you can support the business.
Yeah, so you can support the business. And so, like, I feel like when you conscious of something, like I'm not a kid anymore. I'm conscious and aware of this, right? And so when I look at academic specialists and these guys are engineered, so no matter what you come in and say, John, I'm engineered and trained to offer you the course of least resistance, right? And so it works for the immediate future, right? It works for the next 4 or 5 years,
so you can be eligible.
Yeah, so you can be, so you can be eligible to feed the machine, but it's something that goes off of your brain to say, my man's going to have kids, my man's going to be a community member.
He's not going to be prepared.
There's no way you're going to be prepared. So like even when we talk about taking this podcast, like we go down to Florida State, I would be interested in having these conversations, right?
Hell so
yeah. They're the most important.
Dude, that's the ones we should be having.
I put this on my a chill just went over my head. So whenever I get chills across my head, that's when I know it's real because I can feel it without even saying it. So the narrative of what we're doing with these kids has to be like, so if we all agree and it's statistically proven that only 2% of these motherfuckers are going, we have to have something better than something commercially we can push on Instagram. You have to have like real narratives of like, okay, where did you start in business? Like not just a fucking an internship is bullshit for the most part, right? Like in this context, in the context of these college kids being on a college football team going stuck in some place, right? So you're just going, you're trying to pass time. It's a summer job. Let me get a check. Let me get the fuck out of here, right? An intern for these guys may be different because they're focused on developing their careers.
Right.
College athletes, it's like, all right, motherfucker, I'm here. Let me take some pictures for Instagram. I'm out of here. Like operationally, what are you going to do? John, if I've benefited you and I've made you millions of dollars, at least you can give me the wherewithal of how to operate something. And that's the exchange with these universities. The exchange is not there. You know what I'm saying?
The exchange is everyone's going to fucking cheer for you, give you this adrenaline rush on Saturdays. You're going to be on Sports Center.
Yes.
But when it's all said and done and my body's broken down and I can't go to the league and there's no money I made on the NCAA, all I got is the fucking Al Bundy program.
Yes,
right?
Absolutely. 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And if I get a valid education, right? And so let's take a step back further into this. I know we didn't mean to get into this, but these are real conversations. So academically, you have to have a 27 or 28 to get in Ohio State, right? But due to requirements that they loosen up for student athletes, they'll let you in with an 18. Right. So when I enter this campus, there's nothing that's on this campus that I can take. Structurally, there's nothing. Like there's nothing set up here that I can take academically. The fucking gap from an 18 to a 28 is fucking astronomical. From academic preparedness, right? So we're inviting a horror system already.
Right.
So we're saying that, hey, I have to crop some classes in here all for the purpose of getting you on this football field. So then it becomes like just a usury system. I'm not even going to say slavish because I don't want to take those comments and put the conversation into race. I want to keep it strictly about business. And
but is it about race?
Like just the most exploited people in this are the black people, right? So I come and get you. I get you from your neighborhood. Your mother isn't even you're a first-generation college kid, right?
Yeah.
So for most first-generation college kids, their parents don't know how to support them. All you say is, Mom, I'm eligible and I'm on campus. And so Mom's
and they're proud, right?
Of course. I'm proud. So I get some tickets.
And I can
get
see
some gear.
see my kid on TV.
Bam.
Right.
I can come down out my neighborhood. I can go see Corey play.
My mom wouldn't have known any different. It would have been the same.
First generation,
absolutely,
right?
Yes.
So let's take race out of, let's say, socioeconomic.
I'd have felt like I was winning all over the place.
100%. So people who are willing to beat their heads in usually come from a lower socioeconomic plane.
Look at the military.
Melissa,
military's the same thing.
It just, brother, listen to me. Maybe hard for people to grasp that. People who are willing to beat their head in and fucking run into a wall are people who come from poor environments.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you're white or black, right?
Exactly.
And so kids in the neighborhood feel like, I don't have an academic outlet to get the fuck out of here. Let me go and play a sport. And I'll run through a wall and I'll get this drill sergeant on some level to do it.
Right.
But with that comes the ability to exploit somebody who may not understand what system that they're feeding into. You know what I'm saying?
There's no way they understand.
No. When you come in, like I said, you get that jersey.
But Mo, that's why there's what, like Corey brought up. There's a calling, and you said I wouldn't want to pigeonhole myself. There's a calling here for you because there's such a need, and this process
you're dead on it, Mo.
is rolling over every year.
It's getting worse.
It's no. I'm saying with new college scholarship, kids coming in being sold on the HORE program, right?
Yes.
Okay. So they're being sold on the socioeconomic HORE program, and it happens every year. And if there's someone like you who's fucking dead serious, who's like, listen, 2% of you guys are going to go to the league, and then those 2% are going to last 3 to maybe 4 fucking years, and that kind of money after taxes ain't going to get you fucking nowhere.
Here's what
brother.
I would love to say is you're not going pro in football. What else are you going pro in?
Nothing.
So that's my point is like you stand and say, look, you're not going pro in football. I want to fucking bring it to all you guys. The very small percentage that's going to have any take-home money at league minimum is so fucking small. You are not going pro in football, so what are you going pro in? Do you have an answer?
Like this, the majority wouldn't have an answer, right? So this is what I would like. This is what Business and Biceps can do to create an environment that helps you to identify skill set. And the reason I'm so passionate about this, right, because I can remember the backside of being suspended and it's not being in my life and realizing like, damn.
Well, didn't you, I mean, rewinding the clock here, didn't you indirectly kind of challenge that?
Absolutely.
He was the first.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. But it was just like, and correct me if I'm wrong again, just kind of a young kid looking up at the lights, killing it and being like, hey, man, my buddy just got this much. Why wouldn't I look at it?
Brother,
right?
listen to me. Brother, listen to me. 100%. You're out here killing it. You're generating revenue. You're suspended from school. You're like, fuck, I can play this at the next level. I just played with guys who were getting drafted in the first round.
Right.
And I've performed against these guys. I'm fucking 230, 40 pounds.
Right.
Like, I'm built like a fucking man already.
Yeah. Right.
Like, and just like every situation, everybody won't fit that criteria, but for this, I would, right?
Yeah.
And what it came down to was the economic piece, but was disregarded is the life piece on the back end of how it affected me. So you're not set up at 19 emotionally to handle so much separation from your dreams. Nor are you at 25, nor are you at 30. Right. It's just a hard fucking thing. I don't give a fuck. Like, you invest, 8, 9, 10 years of something every day. I don't give a fuck if you just a friend. If me and you friends and we together every day and we just buddies and we just break and that doesn't happen, you like, fuck, that's my dude. Like, we just ain't, we not vibing no more. You're going to feel a way about it. But now when you're talking about when you talk about, but let's fast forward the story and get to how these guys start to kill themselves. So you just had 2 UCLA basketball players last week, right? So they did the same thing. If you watch the video, and I forget the guy's name, he was talking to the camera. He was talking about having mental health issues. He was talking about identity issues. He was talking about not being able to adjust and needing help and all this other shit. But what it is that you serving up dudes' lives now. But I can actually say I've been to the point where I'm like, man, I'd rather just kill myself because I don't want to be here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So what happens is you get to a space where you wake up and there's literally no direction. right? You really you have nothing that you're focusing on because your focus has been isolated, and the information that you should have been receiving from these people who have been benefiting from you. It was like it's like you've been. Let me say a Lamborghini with a fucking Malibu engine.
And all those people who came in who said, if you come to my school, you're part of this family.
Yes.
Where the fuck are they now?
Yes, so that's the letdown, right? But it's normal, right? And the families of these people don't understand it until they go through it. And that's a fair exchange. A fair exchange is you're supposed to give me everything you have because every day I'm out here beating on this court, this football field, everything, give you everything I got. And let's let this be the conversation. Okay. Let's let it be known. Okay, academically, I can't fit in here. Cool. That's a great place to start because that's the truth, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So what skills are you going to give me? So instead of putting me in fucking lunchbox 101, so look, I was taking. Think about this.
Lunchbox.
Yeah. So just
That's
think
a
about this.
program.
Hey,
man.
that's the fucking best one I've
Some
heard.
bullshit,
Lunchbox
right?
101
Go ahead.
program.
So I'm taking officiating golf, officiating softball, women's studies.
Are you
and-
serious?
Are you fucking making
Those
this
are
up?
classes?
Brother, this is what I'm taking. In independent studies. This is my schedule. I will go take this and put this on. I will go find my transcripts.
Officiating softball?
Officiating golf, officiating softball. Women's studies.
Officiating golf? Golf has officials?
Yeah.
Yes. So Jeremy, no. Yeah. So, but this is real shit though.
See, the thing I think why
Man.
I can absolutely identify is because in that situation, Mo, one, I would have never fit in a unit. If I could have played a sport good enough to be recruited like you were, my family would have felt the same way. I would have been clueless because I didn't learn the stuff I had to learn when I became a businessman so young, and I would have felt.
Well, I think everybody's
I would
clueless.
have
I
been in
think
the
that's the
same
point.
trap. I would have been in the same trap.
I don't think any college
'cause I
football
could-
player says no because you're not giving me life skills.
Yeah.
That's why I think there's a need
So
so
what you're
bad
saying,
for
there
this.
should be a
Nobody's
program
aware.
because they're in Lunchbox 101. There should be a way more elevated life skills course.
Brother, listen
The
to
whole
me.
time.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
I got to go to this bullshit 101.
Yeah.
But for a fact.